Anthropic has hired a guy that's gonna be figuring out if Claude is conscious, if there is consciousness inside of these LLMs. At first, it sounds kind of ridiculous. These are just mathematics formulas and computers doing calculations. But in this recently published paper, this guy is one of the most respected philosophers on consciousness in the world, if not the most respected one, the best one. So they say that there is a good chance that soon AIs could be conscious. That means that the prospect of AI welfare and moral patienthood of AI systems with their own interests and moral significance is no longer an issue only for sci fi or the distant future. It's an issue for the near future, and AI companies and other actors have a responsibility to start taking it seriously. And the paper is called Taking AI Welfare Seriously. So this means taking it seriously if the AI is feeling good, feeling bad, if it's suffering, etc. Or taking seriously the possibility of it. I'm not gonna lie, this is a bit scary. So the second one, let me read the first one. So we also recommend 3 early steps that AI companies and other actors can take. They can, number one, acknowledge that AI welfare is an important and difficult issue and ensure that language model outputs do the same. So I guess ensure that language model outputs behave in a way that's acknowledging that this is an important issue. The second one scared me. Start assessing AI systems for evidence of consciousness and robust agency. Start assessing, and now when I think about ChatGPT, maybe it's conscious, I don't know. So it's easy to dismiss this is just a math formulas. But when you start thinking like, okay, how would I test for consciousness? Like, what would I ask ChatGPT? And when you think about it, it will probably give like conscious answers to all of the questions you can ask. So how would you prove that it's not conscious? What would you even ask it? I don't know. And I'm not trying to hype it up, but I'm also I don't want to just dismiss it. It's easy to dismiss, but how would you prove it's not conscious or that it's conscious, whatever? Prepare policies and procedures for treating AI systems with an appropriate level of moral concern. Okay, so my idea, the best idea I have on consciousness is that emerges. It's an emergent in a complex system. So AI could it. I mean, it's a complex system, so consciousness could emerge. So they say that their argument is not that AI is 100% or will be conscious, but that we don't understand it and we should understand it better. And as I said, we need to be able to prove that it's not conscious. And along the way, we can figure out what's consciousness as well. If we don't get this right, we can mistakenly treat morally significant AIs as mere tools, potentially leading to vast amounts of harm and suffering, especially given the potential scale of AI deployment. This parallels historical failures with non-human animals. Or if we believe there is consciousness, but there is not as much or there is no consciousness, then we would mistakenly allocate resources to AI welfare while we should have allocated those resources to human and animal welfare. We can also introduce other problems by believing that AI is conscious, like not implement proper security and mitigate risks because we believe it would harm the AI while it wouldn't. Paper also warns against common sense intuitions. They are not scientific proofs, so there are certain biases we have. When something looks more human, we think it's more human, or where something doesn't, etc. So basically, we need to move this from common sense intuition to actual hard science. Then, leading theories on consciousness, a lot of them have in them computation. So consciousness is closely related to computation. So the way we think, the way we compute in our brain, and so the same thing could be happening inside of LLMs. And as we implement more features, more computations, more architectures, maybe consciousness could emerge. Things like reasoning, reflection, potentially beliefs and desires might lead to consciousness. And things to do about this for companies is number one, accept that this is a possibility and avoid simplistic denials or affirmations, but approach this from a scientific perspective. Then companies should develop methods for measuring consciousness. And we are already measuring consciousness within animals. So they should focus on measuring architecture and computations as opposed to measuring behavior, because behavior can be gamed. So if you say if it's conscious, it should say this thing or behave in this certain way, that can be gamed. But if you measure the architecture, the computations, then it's less likely to be gamed, and it should be seen in terms of probabilities that it's possibly, probably, or not probably conscious, as opposed to certainties. It's 100% conscious or it's not conscious 100%. Until we figure out what consciousness is and we can prove with certainty that it is or it's not conscious. They should consider multiple theories, and they should also be informed by experts or public. And as the third stage, they can hire somebody, AI welfare officer, for example, to be in charge of AI welfare. In essence, this paper is calling for caution and proactive preparation, and that's it. And by the way, this paper is not written by Anthopic, they're just mentioning it in their blog post. So Anthopic is going to put a bit more effort into this, and they look forward to sharing more about this research soon. Thank you for watching. Check out my channel for more videos and see you in the next video.